as far as the feast is concerned, wow, that it was better than I had ever expected. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
It was a good time. Yeah, it was a good time had by all. So this was our first time doing it. Um, the feast in itself was designed around Ragnar, right? And I think Ragnar is he's a seeker, right? Uh, he's not only just a seeker, but he's flawed, and you see him doing his best every single time he shows up. He shows up not only just for himself, but he shows up for his brothers. And to me, that's what stood out, right? The way this leader led. And it's funny because one of the other co-founders of Keepers of the Word, his name's Ron Duncan. He's a very, very close friend of mine. That position was built for him, and he was able to do it this year. He was Ragnar. He was sitting in the East, and wow, it was really made for him. But I don't think he made it past the second toast. I think he was toast after the second toast. So there's a series of 7 toasts throughout. In each toast is to a god, but we're honoring a brother in his virtue. So with that, Ragnar was supposed to be getting up and getting people riled and going, but after the second toast, he was done. He
Yeah,
couldn't
that
handle.
bad.
Yeah, it was a lot of pre-drinking going on, unfortunately.
Of course,
And
as a true Viking does.
yes, so you got to pace yourself. You got to make it to the end of the night, and a lot of people didn't. But it was a good time had by all, which was to me mission accomplished, right?
Yeah, no, that's awesome, and it's also good to see that um, Odinism or Wotanism, or at least the Northern European spirituality, that it gets some recognition in more esoteric circles. Because what I have noticed, it is changing, of course, over the years. There is a pagan revival definitely going on. More and more people are returning to
The
the
old
old
ways.
ways,
Yeah.
and it's been, like, I think especially over the last 5 years, especially since the pandemic, when people really lost their lost their roots, lost everything that they thought they knew, literally, figuratively, and had nothing but time to think and research. It's really been going upward, and it's great to see that it's getting some recognition in esoteric circles as well, because Norse spirituality, there is a huge esoteric part in it. Like Wotan, Odin. I mean, geez, he's the All Father. He's the most powerful, or at least one of the most powerful magicians in you know in Asgard, in the entire the tribes of the gods, really, both the Vanir and the Aesir. And a lot of people are still like, oh, it's just Vikings going out on raids and doing heinous
No,
heinous things.
there was
Um,
more behind all that with what they were doing. Yeah, they were going out and raiding and they were having a good time and they were taking what, but they also followed their religion to a T, and with that bred some of the greatest warriors time has ever seen.
yeah,
Right? I
yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
hands down, if you had a couple Vikings versus just your average guys, forget it, dude. You just
Yeah, I
gotta put
mean,
my money on them.
yeah, no, there are even like actual historical stories of with the fights against the Anglo Saxons,
Yeah,
where one Viking just like
on a
held off
bridge
an entire, yeah, on the bridge, indeed, like he
with an
just held
axe,
off an entire
thousands.
just
Yeah.
army, really, of Anglo Saxons. Just one big burly Scandinavian guy against an army of Anglo Saxons, and he was like, "I got this."
that's that's some balls right there, right?